Hey, yo, what is the word? What goes on, peeps? Jay Porks here. We are back with a brand new episode of Dyze in Your House. Here, free on YouTube and all my social media platforms. And yes, I'm trying out a pen as a prop. Deal with it here. Before I get started, we're going to talk about Iran. But I've been coming on this podcast. I've had a podcast in one form or another since 2013. And then in 2016, the attention had to shift towards like, hey, let's stop fascism. That didn't really work. For me, like me doing it didn't really work because fascism happened and it's here and it's reaping sucks. But anyway, I've been coming on since 2016 every week talking about you gotta vote, you gotta vote, you gotta vote. You gotta vote, you gotta vote, you gotta vote. You have to vote. You have to vote. That's it. So it's early voting going on. I'm working this week. I saw a couple of people came in my job. By the way, the views and opinions expressed on my podcast are that of my own and do not represent that of my employer. I'm not talking about my employer. I'm just saying. So I'm walking around downtown Manhattan and I see I voted stickers and I'm like, yeah, it's dope, you know. And so I'm like, yeah, I got to get to early voting. When's my next day off? Tuesday. I've been screaming about early voting since COVID because early voting is the easiest thing to do. It is, and it just makes voting so much easier because it gives you a wider period of time to do it, whereas you don't have to cram in on election day. So if you asked me, Jason, describe your podcast in one word, I would be like, it's me telling people to make sure they vote. My dumbass has to go to the polling place on election day, well, primary day, but the actual primary election day, Tuesday, because my dumbass thought it was like next Tuesday or some shit, which I was working that day anyway, so that wouldn't work. What a dumbass. So, hands up here. That's on me. Like, I have to hold myself accountable. I can't be like not early voting, but screaming to early vote and not let you know that I forgot to do that. I did have some stuff go on yesterday, but that's no excuse. We did have time before that. I saw an I voted sticker last week. I should have went, but it's all right because it's Staten Island. So like voting for the Democratic primary, it's gonna be a fucking ghost town. So probably be in and out in no time. It'll be fine. It'll be good. Everything will be fine. Oh man. And no, I'm not telling you who to vote for, and I'm not telling you what I'm doing. I'm just encouraging participation in voting. You need to vote. That's it. If you want to talk about ranked choice voting, I would love to, if anybody wants to come on and if they know like more about ranked choice voting, and can explain it like I'm 5, can explain it to me like I'm 5, please, like, I would love to have somebody come on and do that after the primary is over. Because ranked choice it's not like, oh, this is easy, but basically just rank your top 5. Who's the top 5 people you want? Because if your first choice doesn't get picked, then they take your second choice. And again, like, this is where I come to the point where I don't understand it. But ranked choice is here. Ranked choice, the people that brought us Eric Adams. Thanks. Could have had Maya Wiley. Who would have been cruising to re-election, by the way. Or Catherine Garcia, let me not. All right. Iran. I'm not minimizing bombing other countries. I'm not saying Iran is Switzerland. I'm not saying Iran is evil. What I'm saying is that you can't bomb a country without there being an imminent threat without the approval by Congress. And by the way, the Republicans have control of Congress. There's more of them. They could have went to Congress and they would have passed it. They would have said okay. So you see, the State Department says everybody should stay vigilant. Hold on a second. Stay vigilant. How? You want me to stop the sleeper cell terrorists? No. Your Nazi king decided to bomb a country that doesn't have nuclear fucking weapons. One more time. Just want one more time. A country that does not have nuclear weapons. I don't care if they were building them. I don't care if they have certain elements that can eventually be a nuclear weapon. Right now, they do not have a nuclear weapon fired at us. Right now, aimed at us. Right now, we do not have any intelligence that there is some terrorist organization plotting against the United States. The only thing that we've heard is that Iran wants to kill Trump. Lots of America wants to kill Trump. I agree with that. Imagine Iran. Okay, Iran, right? Again, they're not Switzerland, right? I'm not calling them Switzerland. I'm not saying they are a bastion of, what is it? They're not exactly a fucking bastion of freedom? Bastion? I don't know what the fucking word is. I didn't graduate college, but I do have some college. Anyway, so like, I get that, right? But the statement that they put out, I'm reading that, I'm like, oh man, this guy's cooking here. Like, so like, if they want to come take Trump and JD Vance and Mike Pence, that's cool. Not Mike Pence. Mike fucking Johnson. They're both equally effective, Mike Johnson and Mike Pence. Where the fuck is Mike Pence? Did the January 6 people that got out of jail finally hang him? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. You see me laughing. You say, Jay, this is no laughing matter. There are men and women whose lives are going to be at risk because of this. That's right. That's why you should have voted for Kamala Harris. I did. That's why I feel good. That's why, like, if I die, if a nuclear bomb hits my house, like, well, I did my part. I voted for Kamala Harris. I protested. I got on a podcast every week. Well, this is like, I'm like every 2 days now, which is fine. I kind of like that. So every 2 or 3 days, I'm going to come on and hit you with something. Cash App's going to be at the bottom. Please make sure you hit that. I need to get lunch in the city, and I need to get back and forth to work. I'm not looking to go YouTube full time and pay bills. I don't need anyone sending 50 or 100 bucks. Send $1, send 50 cents. That would be fantastic to me. Thank you. But like you say to, Jay, like, what in case there's an attack? What in case that happens? People are going to die. I know. That's why you don't elect Nazis. You don't elect psychopaths. You don't elect unqualified rapists. That's why you don't do that. It's very simple. It's a simple thing. Like, oh, but Jay, I know people that are in the military. Man, this is going to lose me some friends. But I didn't tell any of those people to be fucking bootlickers. And this whole, they joined the army to defend their country. Listen, I don't hate soldiers. Don't get it twisted. Soldiers are the reason why I'm allowed to come on this podcast and say stuff, because I have that freedom. So they fight for that freedom. But that's not why 95% of them signed up. 95% of them signed up so the world would owe them a favor forever. Whether it's getting a loan on a house. I once was I was in college and somebody asked me for a cigarette. I was smoking at the time. I may or may not still be smoking cigarettes, but I'm not going to admit that. Asked for a cigarette, and he's like, yeah, I'm in the army, man. I'm like, you're in the army, but you're in college? He's like, yeah, well, they pay me to go to college. I'm like, wait, they pay for your college? He's like, no, they pay for me to go to college. Like, I get paid so I can come here and learn. I'm like, wait, so they give you money for like books and stuff, like to help? He's like, no, I get the Pell Grants and all that stuff, or whatever. I get grants for that, so all that's paid for. Plus, they pay me. This is like my job. I come to class. He's like, so I'm over here just, taking classes. If you go to a bank to get a house and you served, they're not gonna deny you. They're not. You're gonna get the house. Like they'll work something out with you. Like soldiers get preferential treatment. I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm just saying don't get mad at me for calling you a bootlicker when that's what you are. Because if anybody had any real balls, when an unjust war broke out, they would say, you know what? I'm not doing this. What NATO country did Iran attack? I'll wait. And again, I'm not fucking radical. I am a fucking middle of the road Democrat. You know what I mean? I swear. I really am. But like, I was alive. I was in 10th grade when planes smashed into buildings that were located 100 feet from where I work now. When I go to lunch, I go and I see 2 vacant holes in the ground filled with water. So now you want to tell me I have to stay vigilant and I have to be on the lookout? No. The world is ending, and since it seems like it's ending, I'm gonna fucking enjoy my summer, all right? I may have dropped 5 pounds. I'm feeling good, Got some colorful shorts that I'm busting out, recently. The curls are curling these days. Living that single, having my own place life. I'm not going to sit here and live in fear because fucking racists elected a Nazi who is fucking stupid and doesn't know how to do fucking presidenting, which was already proven. So, no, I'm not worried. I'll tell you why. So, when you were thinking about Iran getting bombed, did you forget about, which one of these did you forget about? Did you forget about the Epstein files? Did you forget about the bill that they're trying to pass that's going to take money from Medicaid and give money to billionaires? Did you forget about the National Guard being on the ground in LA? Did you forget about this motherfucker's approval rating being underwater? Did you forget about the Dodge fucking stealing our data? Did you care about Palantir database? Palantir, the company, the tech company, is building a database on Americans. Did you care about that? The kidnapping by mass thugs who are pretending to be ICE but are really Proud Boys. Tariffs. There's missing ballots in Rockland County in Long Island. There's a bunch of places where Kamala Harris registered 0 votes, which is impossible. The economy that's sinking vastly and prices that are rising even faster. Are any of those things something you forgot about while Iran was getting bombed? Thought so.